It's the biggest game of the season so far for your Seattle Seahawks as they take on the Green Bay Packers on Sunday Night Football. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us here on this edition of Seattle Seahawks Today, where we will preview this matchup. We'll give you our keys to victory, break down the injury report, and my prediction as well coming up at the end of today's show. The Packers slight favorites at 2.5. The over-under set at 45.5. Seattle coming in off of a 4-game winning streak. Can they make it 5 in a row? It has been a while since we've seen the Seahawks on the big stage of Sunday Night Football. Mike Tirico wasn't even calling Sunday Night Football the last time the Seahawks played on NBC's Sunday Night Primetime slot. As the last Sunday Night Football game for Seattle, you got to go all the way back to October 17th against the Pittsburgh Steelers when Russell Wilson was still under center for Seattle. So it is a welcome return to prime time on Sunday night, because Sunday night is football night for Seattle. If you're ready for Seahawks game day, spam S in the comments section. I want to see no less than 300 S's in the chat. Look, a lot of people are doubting the 12s right now, saying, hey, the environment isn't what it used to be. Not the same old Lumen Field anymore. Let's let them hear it, that we're not going away quietly, that we're going to let our voices be heard loud and clear. Spam S in the comments section if you're ready for Seahawks game day, and we'll get started with today's show. Let's begin with the injury report for Seattle. This is as of Wednesday's recording, where things stack up from our live show. Trey Brown with a hamstring, he's questionable. Kenneth Walker III did not practice on Wednesday. He is questionable with that calf injury. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, their injury report a little bit lengthier than Seattle's. That includes Romeo Doubs with a concussion. He is questionable. Corey Ballantyne with a knee injury. He is questionable. And Edgerrin Cooper with a hamstring injury. He is questionable. But that's not all. Jair Alexander with a PCL injury. He is questionable. Devon Witherspoon, the best name in football, with a concussion. He is questionable. And Javon Bullard with an ankle injury. He is questionable as well. So what's it going to take to defeat the Green Bay Packers? Let's start with our keys to victory, beginning with Zach Charbonnet. Charbonnet was fantastic last Sunday against Arizona with the best rushing performance we've seen from a Seahawks back all season long. He finished this past Sunday with 22 carries for 134 yards and 2 touchdowns. But that wasn't all that he did, folks. He was very effective in the receiving game with 7 catches for 59 yards. With the question marks surrounding Kenneth Walker's status, even if K9 were to play, I want to see Zach Charbonnet have a big impact and play a significant role in this Seahawks offense. He is too good not to play a big role in this offense, folks. Averaging over 4 yards a carry, had that big 50-plus yard touchdown run against the Cardinals this past week. He's rushed for 7 touchdowns off of 400 yards this season. Let's see them use Zach Charbonnet. The guy steps up when his name is called upon. I hope he has a big day on Sunday for the Hawks. Who do you got? You going with Seattle or you going with Green Bay? Type C for Seattle, type GB for Green Bay. Weigh in the comments section and get your predictions in, how you see this game playing out. I'll give you my prediction coming up later, but want to hear from you guys first. We will be live right here on Seahawks Today on Sunday night for Seahawks and Packers. Our coverage begins at 4:15 Pacific time. Kickoff at 5:20 right here on the channel. I'll be here. Big Tex will be here. We'll do an hour-long pregame show, react to the game in real time, have a few drinks on hand. Come party with us as we root the Hawks to victory right here on Seahawks Today. Subscribe now for free. Turn on notifications. Join us Sunday night live here on Seahawks Today, youtube.com/SeahawksTV. JSN, he's got the hot hand, and he's got to stay hot, folks. You got to keep feeding the ball to Jaxon Smith-Njigba. He has been so good. He has taken over as Seattle's #1 wide receiver, and he's in his bag, as the kids would say. The last 6 games, JSN has accounted for 38 catches, 592 yards, close to 16 yards of reception and 4 touchdowns. He has been really good Most of his statistics that we're about to show you for the season have all occurred in the last 6 games. Remember when DK Metcalf went down? The big question became who was going to answer the call? Who was going to step up in this Seattle receiving corps? And although it sucked losing DK, it was a blessing in disguise for what it did to elevate Jaxon Smith-Njigba and to put him in a position to step up and be that guy for Seattle. He is closing in on 1,000 yards receiving. He could potentially do that this Sunday against Green Bay. He's got 5 touchdowns on the year, 75 catches. He's been Geno's go-to target. He's been very, very good, and hopefully he keeps things up on Sunday night, as I would imagine Green Bay is going to put their full attention on JSN with how good he has been as of late. Next up on our keys to victory for Seattle is Jordan Love, the Green Bay Packers quarterback. He has been very good in a very specific time frame. You may have heard of the promotional sale from Toyota called Toyotathon. Well, get this, folks. Jordan Love has been a Toyotathon merchant. What we've seen from Jordan Love the last 2 seasons during the span of Toyotathon is a totally different quarterback than what we've seen from him the rest of the season. In the Toyotathon stretch, Jordan Love has a 9-3 record as the Packers starting quarterback, including a 3-1 record this season. And you look at what he's done in his last 4 games of Toyotathon, he's playing his best football of the year. 7 touchdowns, 1 pick, 43 rushing yards, a 67% completion percentage, averaging 226 passing yards per game. It's been a fun run throughout Toyotathon for Jordan Love. But the sale has got to stop today. We're closing the doors. We're ending Toyotathon. We cannot let this sale continue. If we want to make this a December to remember, and that's another car company, then we got to end Toyotathon right here, right now. Will this be the week that Jordan Love's Toyotathon comes to an end? Weigh in, let us know. Type Y for yes, N for no. Chime in the comments section. Let us know what you think. Today's show is sponsored by Game Time. Game Time is the place to go for the best seats, the lowest prices guaranteed. Whether you're looking for tickets to sporting events, concerts, theater productions, comedy shows, and more, including tickets to see your Seattle Seahawks in action, you can get your tickets with Game Time. Game Time is a new feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals and great seats so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. They have their super deals. If you see a super deal, that's a deal you don't want to pass up on. They have their seat views where you get the visual, see what that seat is like. Your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code ChatSports, $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPRTS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? Game Time. The link is in the comments and description of today's video. With my last name, Jones, I can't help but hesitate to mention this guy anytime I get the chance. We got to keep on jonesing with Ernest Jones IV, who is the best thing to ever happen to the Seahawks defense this season with his trade deadline acquisition. After the Seahawks brought him in, this defense has completely changed, specifically what they've done in the run defense. More on that coming up later, by the way. In Jones's last 6 games, he's had a total of 63 tackles, 3 TFLs, 1 interception, including that pick last week against Arizona, as well as 1 pass breakup. He has been a difference maker for Seattle, and he's having a career year and been a natural fit for what Mike Macdonald wants to do for this Seahawks defense. I'm expecting him to keep it going, to have another big game. I want to see Ernest Jones keep up the momentum, keep on firing away, and have a big night on Sunday night against Green Bay. Last on our keys to victory is taking away Josh Jacobs. I've seen a lot of Josh Jacobs over the years. He and I are from the same hometown of Tulsa, Oklahoma. And Josh Jacobs is a very good running back. He did very well in Las Vegas, goes to Green Bay, and he's had a huge impact on this Green Bay Packers offense. One of the reasons that this Packers offense has been so efficient, even when Jordan Love wasn't playing that great before Toyotathon, was the run game and what Josh Jacobs was doing. The Packers are a run-first football team, and this season, despite being another year older, putting on a new uniform, changed the scenery and everything, he still has been very good. He's had 3 100-yard rushing games this season. That's tied for the 6th most of any running back in the NFL. He's already rushed for over 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns, 4.4 yards per carry. The Seahawks run defense is going to see one of their toughest challenges yet going up against this guy. You got to do whatever you can to get Ernest Jones and company involved to slow down that run game and minimize Josh Jacobs' impact as much as possible. Before we bring you my prediction, let's ask you, who will be the Seahawks MVP against the Packers? No wrong answers here. Just weigh in, let us know who you think that is, who's going to step up and deliver on Sunday night. To recap our keys to victory for Seattle, more Zach Charbonnet. He was great last week. Keep it going. JSN has been phenomenal the last few weeks. Kings stay kings. He's got to stay hot. Jordan Love, he turns it up a notch when Toyotathon season rolls around. Let's end the sale on Toyotathon. Make it a December to remember. Keep on jonesing with Ernest Jones and stop that run game of Josh Jacobs, who's been very good. Got to limit his impact. If the Seahawks do those things, I think they're in great shape. I like Seattle. In fact, I like them pretty handily. I got them by a touchdown this week. I'm going with the Hawks 24-17. A monumental win for Seattle. A statement win for the rest of the National Football League that the Seattle Seahawks have arrived, that they're here to play and contend with the rest of the NFC. If you're ready for a Seahawks win, spam W in the comments section. Let them know. Show up, show out. Appreciate you guys joining us. We'll see you on Sunday night for Seahawks and Packers right here on Seahawks Today.